Okay guys, this is the Bushnell Yardage Pro Rangefinding scope. I bought it off of Midway USA on the 23rd. It's now the 26th. Only took 3 days to ship. I was pretty happy with that. I'm just going to open it up for you guys and make sure that everything's there, everything works right, and see what we got. Let's do it. Well, there's the box to it. Bushnell Yardage Pro, 4-12 power, 42mm objective. Like I said, it's a laser rangefinding scope. Once again, I ordered that off of Midway. You can see it on the box here, Midway USA. Okay. So here. Okay guys, this is everything that the Bushnell Yardage Pro rangefinding scope comes with. It comes with an instruction manual and a registration form. The registration form, what you do on that is you go online and you fill this thing out, and it enables the 2-year limited warranty for this scope. It comes with this DVD, which I haven't watched yet, and I'm guessing that it probably just tells you more about it, and haven't watched that yet. It comes with these turrets. I think there's 9 of them here, and what those are for is you can take this elevation knob off and replace it with any one of these turrets that you want. I haven't done that yet, but I'll probably do it later. It comes with an Allen wrench, which honestly, I don't know what that's for yet. Maybe it's for this. No, it ain't for that. I don't know what the Allen wrench is for yet. Oh, I see. It's for, I think it's for the rings that came with the scope. Now, this scope, as you can see, it's a pretty wicked looking scope. There's not a lot of scopes that look like this. It has a very different shape to it than what most scopes have. But as you can also see, you're not going to fit normal rings on this sucker, okay? I mean, this, so like I said, it came with rings, which I wouldn't really even call them rings. They're more just like a clamp, or just a mount. I don't know what you call these things, but they're not normal rings, as you can see. This scope on the bottom of it, it has a dovetail right there, a dovetail rail, kind of like on a, it's kind of like the scope mount on a, on most 22 rimfires or something, you know. It's just a dovetail rail on the bottom of the scope. And it looks like to me you just take these mounts or scope rings, whatever you want to call them. Like I said, they're not really scope rings, but and you just clamp one side of these onto that dovetail mount, and you clamp the other side on to your scope base mount on your weapon. It came with this tape. I haven't figured out yet what that's for. I'll have to figure that out later, and I'll get back with you guys on that probably. And the only thing that you need to assemble this thing with, as far as I know at the moment, is to open the box that it ships in. You're going to need a knife. Got a knife right there. To get the battery in this little controller for it, you're going to need a flat-headed screwdriver to pry that open with to get the battery in there. And to get the battery in the scope, you're going to need a coin. You know, quarter, nickel, penny, any of those work. Even if you have a screwdriver, it'll work, but this one's so thin though, compared to that wide groove, that by using a screwdriver instead of a coin, there's a good chance that you're going to waller that groove out. So I would prefer using a coin. It did come with lens covers, but they're not very special or nothing, but it will protect your lens though. I think I want to probably get some flip open lens covers for it, but as of right now, I mean, it just has the standard, you know, ordinary lens covers that most scopes come with. If you want to get a good look inside of this sucker, it is 4 to 12 power, and it is a very clear scope in my opinion. It ought to be. It was over $700. Well, it was $700 plus $10 to ship, so it ought to be pretty clear. Like I said, it's 4 to 12 power. You can see all that on there. Now, to turn the rangefinder on, there's this button on the side. You push it one time, and that should turn it on. Yeah, I can see that little Y up there saying that it's on. See that? It just shut back off. What you do is though, is you aim at your target and you turn it on by pressing that button in. That turns that little Y on, and you aim at your target and you press it again, and that tells you how far it is. It's saying 25 yards. Now, what I will tell you is that it is pretty consistent, but even though it reads pretty much the same yardage every time, I have a normal handheld rangefinder here that is also Bushnell, and it's a Yardage Pro Sport 450, and whenever I range at the same distance, it's saying that this is 22 yards. So I'll show you that. It's saying that that deer in this is 22 yards away, whereas in this rangefinding scope, it is saying that it is 24 yards. It is consistent, but it's a couple yards off of my handheld rangefinder, which isn't a big deal. I mean, as long as it reads the same thing every time, you know, and is consistent, that's all that really matters. If it's 2 yards different from that other rangefinder, I could care less, but just letting you guys know that. This little remote here, how that works is you put this on like the side of your crossbow or your gun or whatever that you're going to have this scope on, and if you want to, instead of activating that rangefinder by pushing the button on the side of the scope, you can push this button instead, and it can just make things easier and quicker. So let me see if I can kind of show you guys. Okay, I don't really know what the range on this controller is here, this remote, whatever you want to call it, but alright, here is the remote. There's a scope. I don't know if it'll work from this far, but I'm gonna try it. You gotta be closer than that. Okay, well, I'll put it right here, see if it works there. Still nothing. Okay, there it goes. So the Y came on, and I gotta press it again, and it ranges at 24 yards. So see, every time, I mean, it was reading 24 yards from here, so it is very consistent. It is just that it is reading a couple of yards further than my handheld Yardage Pro Sport 450. So just so you guys know. But that ought to tell you guys a little bit about this scope and what it comes with. You know, it's a 42mm objective, 4 to 12 power. It's made by Bushnell. It's called the Bushnell Yardage Pro. This is everything it comes with. The scope mounts or scope rings, whatever you want to call them. Not really a scope ring like I said, but that's what it is. That's the scope rings for it. It comes with 9 different turrets. It has an Allen wrench it comes with for your scope rings, which you also need a coin for them too, though, besides just that Allen wrench. It comes with that DVD, which I'd say probably just tells you more about it. It's probably just some instructional DVD. It has this registration form and the user manual. It does have a warranty. It's a 2-year limited warranty, which you just fill this thing out online and it should activate that warranty. I guess that's about it, guys. Here pretty soon I'm going to be getting a Bowtech Stryker Strykezone 380 crossbow, and that's what I want to put this scope on. Well, I'll probably make a video of that too and let you guys know how it goes. Guess that's it.